Welcome dear visitors, I'm Marco Boberek and in this video you will hear about the well-known Swedish cube. First of all, we need to start with the history of the cube. The cube originally formed reality in Sweden back in 2014. Since then, with a lot of improvements, the project has reincarnated plenty of times. Since 2016, Hungary has their own ongoing cube project series with the help of the Sweden embassy, to whom we owe the realization, the financing of the project entirely. The cube means freedom to people with the 30 human rights by the United Nations. Every cube had and will have their own human right that they want to show to the people, to the country and to the visitors, which is personally most important for the creators of the specific cube. We and this cube came from the BMSZC Neumann János IT from the heart of Budapest, from Zugló. This cube is designated to show the second human right for the visitors, which is the most important for us. We discussed a lot with our classmates to which human right should be the one that we want to highlight to the world. And for us, the second, aka the human right against discrimination, was the most important because we think that was and that's the biggest problem for our world in the past and in the future too. This human right formulates that a person should never get affected negatively by his sexuality or culture or gender or by any particular reason. That's the point that we wanted to highlight, that people should learn how to live together in a greater world with a greater society. And now, let's talk about the interior of the cube. Here's David.
As we step inside the cube, the first thing we can see is the back wall with 3 monitors on it. Here we can find the news flow and a bunch of short films about discrimination. There is also a list about all the contributors. Let's take a step to the right side of the cube, which we should call the interactive wall. Here's a map and a tablet. On a tablet we can choose a country and it will be shown on the map by LEDs and presented in a short article on the tablet. The whole cube contains a lot of information with codes and literature contents about and against discrimination. You can see a big red monitor at the center with historical references to discriminative events in the past, or you can read quotes from well-known Hungarian and international authors, like from Miklós Radnóti or from Martin Luther King. If we turn around and look at the last wall of our cube's interior, we can see an interesting one with a lot of different contents on it. We know that looking at it as a bigger wall can be quite difficult, as people can easily lose focus because of the many contents, but this wall is one of our most memorable ones. This wall is about different ethnics and cultures, and of their life and world viewpoints. There you can read and see different emblems or icons from cultures or ethnics worldwide. At first it can be really intimidating, but we will show you all the interesting contents on it. Here's David.
The story of Matryoshka dolls dates back to the early 18th century. Since then, they have become symbols of Russian folk, art and culture. The doll's appearance involves open one doll to discover further nested dolls inside, symbolizing the richness of human relationship and hidden depths. In addition, the doll is a symbol of fertility and family togetherness. Elephants hold immense cultural significance in Africa, where their native habitats are found. Elephants symbolize wisdom, strength and power for African people. They play significant roles in local mythologies and traditional stories, often reflecting respect for nature and harmony with animals. Elephants also attract tourists who frequently seek the African safari experience to admire these magnificent creatures in the wild.
The lamb is an important symbol in Christian culture, carrying various cultural meanings. The lamb refers to Jesus Christ, who, according to Christian teachings, sacrificed his life for the sins of humanity. The lamb is a symbol of purity, innocence, and recalculation, often associated with the concept of salvation and rebirth. Jesus Christ, depicted as a limb, also symbolized the rule of the shepherd who cares for and leads the faithful. This symbol can be found in Christian religious ceremonies, icons, paintings, and sculptures, holding immense significance for Christian faith and culture. The rosary is a religious symbol and prayer tool used in Catholic and some Orthodox Christian traditions. It consists of a chain with small beads and pearls. By praying through the beads, believers recite the Our Father and the Hail Mary, while special prayers, called mysterious, can be recited on the larger central bead. Praying the Rosary can provide a profound religious experience and help believers deepen their faith, immerse themselves in silent meditation, and establish a connection with God. The Rosary is an important instrument in religious traditions and personal prayers, and it is often used as a form of prayer in Christian communities and families.
The camel is one of the most important animals in the Middle East and holds significant cultural significance in this region. Camels are utilized for their meat, milk and wool, while as pack animals, they contribute to transportation and hauling in desert areas. The camel is an integral part of the nomadic lifestyle and symbolizes traditional living. Additionally, the camel is present in folklore, literature, and art, and is associated with numerous cultural events and festivals in the region. The lotus-like coin is a distinctive symbol that plays an important role in East Asian cultures and religions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism. The lotus is regarded as a symbol of pure existence and spiritual development. The lotus flower is capable of maintaining purity and beauty even in muddy and polluted environments, thus symbolizing inner purity and attainable spiritual growth. Lotus-like coins are coins or ornaments that carry this meaning and are often worn and carried by people to attract luck and happiness into their lives.
The cross is one of the most important symbols of Christianity and holds deep cultural significance. This symbol refers to the sacrification of Jesus Christ. The cross represents faith, sacrifice, and redemption, and can be found worldwide in Christian communities, churches, icons, and numerous other religious and artistic creations. Additionally, the cross symbolizes unity and solidarity within Christian communities, providing strength and hope to believers. Christians were persecuted for their faith for a long time. The sun holds central cultural significance in Central Asia, where it is a symbol of life, fertility, and power. The people of the region respect and revere the sun like God, and it manifests in various religious and cultural practices. In ancient Central Asia, civilizations like Sogdians, sun deities were important divine entities who were prayed to and offered sacrifices. The solstices and equinoxes were significant events of the year, celebrated with festives and ritual ceremonies. Additionally, the cult of the sun is present in Central Asia art, decorative motifs, textiles, and architecture. The symbol meaning of the sun reflects the desire for power, life, and brightness deeply rooted in Central Asian culture and identity.
Yurts are traditional nomadic tents that are characteristic of Central Asian and Mongolian ethnic groups. These are portable dwellings that can be easily set up and dismantled, allowing for adaptation to the nomadic lifestyle. Yurts typically have a circular layout, a wooden frame structure, and a thick covering of wool or leather in the outside, which helps with insulation and provides protection against weather conditions. During the time of the Soviet Union, a lot of nomad people were moved out from their yurt and were forced to live in a city.
The Buddha statue holds significant cultural importance for the Buddhist religion and East Asian culture. These statues depict the founder of Buddhism, Siddhartha Gautama, who symbolize enlightenment and wisdom. Buddha statues play a central role in temples and sacred places, bringing inspiration and tranquility to worshippers and believers. Additionally, Buddha statues are recognized as works of art, often crafted with exclusive detail, reflecting spiritual experiences. Nomadic marriage is a form of social relationship and bonding specific to the nomadic way of life. In nomadic cultures, marriage is often established between families to create alliance, strengthen social connections, and ensure community stability. Nomadic marriages are often accompanied by traditional ceremonies and rituals that serve the reinforced community and cultural identity. Tribal or clan affiliation, as well as the establishment of economic and social ties, often plays important roles in such marriages. Nomadic marriages can be flexible and adapt to the circumstances and the lifestyle of the nomadic community. The cultural significance of voodoo masks is deeply rooted in the West African voodoo religion, where these masks play an important role in ceremonies and rituals. Voodoo masks help believers establish a connection with the spirit world, embodied demons, and ancient powers, and contribute to the preservation and transmission of voodoo culture and traditions. These masks carry rich artistic expression and symbolic meanings, serving as outstanding examples of the spiritual and artistic heritage of African voodoo religion. Here's David.
As we are heading out of the cube, we can find another tablet here, where we can give our opinion about the project. After we are outside, we can read about the history of the project right next to the entrance. Now let's take a look at the outside of the cube. As we look at the outside of the cube, we can find a lot of information about discrimination, mostly about the Holocaust. Now let's talk about the creators.
We are a 5-member team.
We are from BMSZC Neumann János IT School.
We are students. We care about people.
We want to stand up against discrimination.
Our school gives us opportunities to create projects like this.
Our school has teachers who support us in projects like this.
Our school students made it possible to make this cube.
We are those students who made this project, and we are lucky to have this chance.
This project would have never been done without them.
Neumann IT teachers.
Raoul Wallenberg House of Humanity.
Raoul Wallenberg Academy.
Swedish Institute.
Embassy of Sweden.
Thank you for your attention.